And today's topic, which is going to be our last topic on the scheme, mathematics scheme for primary 4, is bar graph. You must have seen a bit of bar graph being introduced in statistics, data collection. So it's just the same thing you've been taught. What are our lesson objectives for today? By the end of this lesson, you should be able to draw bar graphs, read bar graphs, identify bar graph mode, identify the most common events or data in daily life activities. So, what is a bar graph? A bar graph can be defined as a chart or graphical representation of data, quantities or numbers using bars or strips. A bar graph can be defined as a chart. Let's see a diagram to that effect. Look at the bar graph here. It's defined as a chart or graphical representation of data. Here we have a data of favorite candies: green apple, caramel, butterscotch, banana candies. So a bar graph can be defined as a chart or graphical representation of data, quantities or numbers using bars or strips. Now, when you have your data here on this horizontal line, on the vertical line, you have the number of students. This is where the numbers are usually represented. Whatever it is that our data is all about, yes, favorite candy, pets, favorite cakes, they are always on this horizontal line. The flavor here, these are the different flavors of the candy. On the vertical line, remember I already taught you some classes ago what vertical lines and horizontal lines are. So on the horizontal line, we always have the data being collected. On the vertical axis, we always have the numbers that represent the data. So the spaces in between each bar makes it a bar chart. You can see the spaces. There is always an equal interval, yes, between the bars. Here to here is equal to here to here. Same thing from here to here. So the equal spaces makes it a bar graph or bar chart. Or else, if these bars are joined together, meaning if there is no space in between them, all you have is an histogram. So look here, we are going to be looking at how to draw bar graphs and how to read them in subsequent slides. So, drawing a bar graph, how will that happen? See, bar graph, bar charts, they are the same thing. A bar chart represents a data set by using vertical or horizontal bars. Here I have vertical bars. They are standing straight up. Most times, this is what you will see. The bar standing straight up. The larger the bar, the higher the value for the individual category. You can see this is the longest bar here. Favorite pet, that is the data collected. You have the dog, the cat, the rabbit, and others. And this is the frequency. I told you the numbers. The number of each animal is represented on the vertical axis. To draw a bar chart, we need the following. 1. A pair of axes. Usually the horizontal axis. See the horizontal axis. Horizontal axis labeled as favorite pet. And the vertical axis is the frequency. The vertical axis shows the number of pets, the frequency of each pet. Your axis must be labeled. Look at here. For the horizontal axis, favorite pet was written. For the Vertical axis frequency, that is the numbers of each favorite pet, will be represented here. The frequencies need to be labeled on the vertical axis in equal intervals. That is, you can see intervals. They are the same. You can use your ruler. The centimeters measurement on your ruler, you can mark them. The point here is 0. That is the bottom. The next one, it was written as 2. Of course, you will know that between 0 and 2, I have 1. This numbering was done with multiple of 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So you must have equal intervals. You can never go wrong when you use your centimeter ruler. The bars need to have equal gaps between them as it is representing discrete data. Okay, look at the bars. Equal space, just like I told you previously. The spaces between them must be equal. I guess this is a computer diagram, or else the space from here to here must have been equal to, not this small space being left. The spacing should have started from this 0 point. The bars need to be of equal width. You look at all the bars. They have the same width. Okay? They have the same width. From here to here is the same as from here to here. Same thing. That's why you have them beautiful. The chart needs a title. Look at the title. Class 3G's favorite pet animals. Written on top. So we are still drawing a bar graph. I have an example here. In a class of 20 students, everyone has his favorite movie. 4 people love comedy, 5 love action, 6 love fairy tales, 1 loves drama, and 4 love scientific fiction. Prepare a bar graph for the presentation. Let's see the one that was manually drawn. You draw your vertical axis. You draw your horizontal axis. Then you use your centimeter ruler. Each centimeter, you mark them. You mark. When you use the centimeter part of your ruler to mark, that is, the 0 will be here. On 1 you mark. On 2 you mark. On 3, in the end, you are going to have equal spaces, equal intervals. You can see I've labeled the horizontal axis as favorite movie because that is what the data is all about. Now look at this side too. I equally used my centimeter part of the ruler to measure. Okay, you flip your ruler, place it on this line, then you start marking 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. I started labeling with 2, but I left the mark for 1. 4, you know this is 3. 6, you know this is 5. Okay, whether you write it out or you leave it is important. You just know what the ones you didn't label stand for. You can see that I've labeled the vertical axis as number of students or frequency. So let's start drawing our bars. 4 people love comedy. Okay, you can see 4. 4 people love comedy. 4 people. I drew. You can also draw a line up to 4, another line up to 4, a straight line, then you join it on top here. 5 love action. You can see this is where 5 stops, then you draw down. Don't forget you are leaving a space. After each bar, you leave a space. After this bar, you leave a space. So 6 love fairy tales. You can see fairy tales. 1 loves drama. You can see 1 is here. And then 4 love scientific fiction. 4 love scientific fiction.